Another day of Sabbath study lesson. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're starting a whole new week and we are going to discuss all about spiritualism and the dead and the state of the dead and so on and so forth. And I think it's going to be a very interesting lesson because we know that many people in our day today and that we live in, we know that many people believe that the dead, when they die, they go right to heaven or they go right to hell. So I think it's going to be a very interesting lesson, and please bear with me as I give you a little bit of introduction of this next week's lesson. So today we'll be discussing the spiritualism exposed and then the deadly consequences of spiritualism. So let's see, on Monday's lesson, death and the Old Testament. So we're gonna discuss that. Then death and the New Testament on Tuesday. On Wednesday, spiritualism and the last day, part 1. And then we go on Thursday and we discuss part 2. So I think it's gonna be very, very interesting lesson. And as we and reveal the Word of God and see what the Word of God has to say about this, that there is no misconception that people after they die, they become immortal. That is not what the Bible is teaching. So let's start with our Saturday's lesson that I have the memory verse, 1 Thessalonians 4:16-17. 1 Thessalonians 16:17. So in 16 says this, for the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Now what we see here, before we go to 17, what we see here that it says when the Lord is coming with the trumpet of God, it says with the voice of archangel. We don't know what that sounds like. But I bet you that, like John described it, that he heard the voice like the roar of multi waters, right? Huge waterfall. You can even hear yourself talking. It's so loud. So when Christ is come heaven, it said with a shout. So that shout is